And he keeps saying this, Gary Neville, that the Contes are done. The Conte managers come in for 3 years and then they leave a dressing room split, broken, and with no longevity. Because they come, they're like a car crash, boom, they win you a trophy, and they're gone. Whereas the Ten Hags and the Klopps are here for 6, 7 years. They're project managers and they work with the owners and they respect the owners. What would you say in response to Gary Neville's view on the Contes and Joses being destructive in the long term and just successful in the short term?
I think it's I think he's got some point, but at the same time, I don't think that's necessary to sort of say that way, because obviously they were Conte was linked with Man United, wasn't he, initially before he got the Tottenham job, and there is some truth in what he says about Conte and Mourinho leaving up sort of like messing the dressing rooms after in terms of their own sort of personal agendas and egos in terms of turning players against each other. I think you mentioned as well, which is true, to be honest. But at the end of the day, like, football's about trophies, isn't it? And obviously, like, if they come in and win you something, you're gonna remember them for a while. Like, that's what I always remember Antonio Conte. That obviously won the league with us, won the FA Cup with us as well. Jose, obviously, in my opinion, our most successful manager that we've had. Won multiple league titles, won cups as well for us. Always be grateful and stuff for that. But I think football's evolved, especially in the Premier League now, where you have to play a certain brand of football to sustain over the years, basically, and you can't really um, have that sort of setup nowadays. I think where you sit back, park the bus, and hope for the best, basically, which is essentially what their known styles of football are defensive football, and I don't think it works uh, with what we got. I think Pep Guardiola has changed that since he came to the Premier League. I think he's changed how Premier League football has been played.
Well, if I have to manage Barcelona, Bayern Munich, and Man City, I would be probably around there as well.
That's true,
Exaggerated, but you know what
but
I
then
mean.
again, you have to win. You do have to win
That's
when
the
you're
reason
there.
I've
Like,
got
you still have to
respect
do the
for
task.
Conte.
Yeah,
That's the reason I've got respect for Conte and for
yeah,
Mourinho. Because wherever they go, and they don't take on purpose easy challenges. Like a Mourinho say, okay, now you know what, I go to Inter Milan. They haven't won it for 50, 60 years. I turn it around. Or, a Conte goes to Tottenham. I found it as well very courageous that he did this step. So I've got a lot of respect for them. For the people like Ferguson or Wenger, with all due respect, I've got a little bit of respect, but they're for me another type of manager. You can't compare them with the Capello, Ancelotti, Conte, Mourinho. Guys, they won at different stages and not
yeah.
always the guy with the check, yeah, with Guardiola. He's got a very lucky and fortunate and superlative career, Guardiola, and he's somebody, he improves players and young players with all the respect, but they are not comparable to other managers.